Thomas, first of all, welcome to Orlando. How are you coping with the heat and the humidity?
Well, it's quite a challenge after changed already third time now the location, so a lot of traveling and another time zone and totally different feeling of temperature, huge humidity, so very demanding for first training, and players are struggling with the heat.
With that in mind, how do you adapt your training sessions because of the conditions?
I mean, we give maybe more time, more space to drink, more time to drink, more breaks. But we cannot hide from the fact that we are in pre-season and we have to somehow put kilometers into our legs. And from this point, we don't adapt.
You mentioned the players' response. How happy have you been with your first week here in America?
Very happy, very happy. We have a very strong group and a very hard-working group and a very nice group of players who like to be with each other, who train very intense and very ambitious. It's very nice to be around them. It's a long time that we are now together already, and still it's a whole week to go. But it's a very nice group of players, very nice group of characters. So we're very happy with that.
How important is that bond and the character that you spoke of, both on and off the pitch, when you are together for such a long period of time?
For me, it's very important. I mean, it's the foundation to push yourself, and the level of respect and the level of ambition and the level that you can leave your ego in the dressing room or even in the hotel, or maybe you don't have even one. Like, this is very, very important to build a strong group, because football is a team sport and will always be a team sport, and for this you need a certain atmosphere, and this is what we try to create. But like I said, players are a very good, fantastic group of players, how they are with each other, and in combination with the staff is a very ambitious but very respectful group of people. It's nice.
Let's talk about the two new additions. First up, Raheem Sterling. Just how well has he adapted in his first few days with you?
Well, you know so many players already that it's not so hard for him to be welcomed in the group and feel welcomed, I guess. Going forward, he does a lot of individual work because he came late and with not a lot of training in his legs. So he's in that transition part where he steps into team training, but everything is fine.
Tell us about the qualities that he brings and what that adds to the group that you have.
Intensity and repetitive intensity in matches, and not only in a week or in some matches, in key matches, but over years in Premier League. That's the key. He is the guy who threatens you with dribblings, who threatens you with runs, and who is super intense against the ball. This is what he is, and is outstanding since years in the league where we compete, and that's why he's huge for us.
Does that quality help to elevate other players in his position as well, do you think?
I hope so. I hope so. It's a new standard. It's a standard for him to produce it in a new shirt, in a new stadium, in the new environment. So that's first of all his challenge, and then from there we go. And I think he will be a huge influence on all other players. It's the new benchmark.
If we're talking about experience and winning mentality, that brings us on to Kalidou Koulibaly. How pleased are you to bring him in?
Very pleased. I mean, we wanted these two players and we got these two players in. This is fantastic because it's exactly what we believe we need. Kali combines a level of quality, a level of talent, level of personality, strengths in set pieces, offensively, defensively, header, and physicality, which is very rare to find. And he played so many matches on the highest level. He knows already some players from national team like Edu and Giorgi from Napoli, of course. So hope he can make his way very, very quickly into the team, feel well, and he's also now training individual, half with the group, and from there we go.
Looking at the group out here, Thomas, one or two players have left and moved on. Can you talk us through the changes that you've seen?
Yeah, that's never easy, and I did not like to do it because everybody deserved to stay with the squad, but we had a very big squad already, and then players came additionally on top, and some players like Kova are now fit to train with the group again. So we cut it down and sent some young players to the second team, which is also in America. very difficult decision because nobody deserved to go, and I would have loved to have everybody here because Tino, Harvey, Billy trained on a very high level, and it would have been also nice to see them in some matches. But in the end we had to take the decision to keep the quality up high in training, so we decided for 24 players as a maximum, and then that's why we made the group a bit smaller.
And Armando has travelled home as well. How is he?
Armando had to travel home. He had a little accident in training, twisted his ankle, and needs further examinations and treatments in London. It did not make sense to just have him as an additional player because we need all capacities of treatment for the guys who are actually fit and on the pitch. So the best way for him to get the best treatment and come as soon as possible back on the pitch was to leave to London and get the treatment there.
Is one of the biggest challenges for you, Thomas, to constantly evaluate the group day in, day out through pre-season?
Yeah, of course, and it's a very short period of time, and of course for some players we know already what we can expect and demand, and they have earned our trust in the last 1.5 seasons, and they show up in training that they are willing to fight for their place. So it's for many players it's not an evaluation on a daily level, but then there are players coming in, also experienced players like Emerson. Kenny is now fully fit, and then lone players like Ethan Ampadu and you name it, who actually you have a new impression every single day. And that's the challenge in pre-season, and that's also the fun in pre-season, that the group needs to find its structure over and over again. And we are trying to be part of the process, and it's nice.
It's an interesting point. You mentioned Ethan there. I guess it is an opportunity for some of those younger players to really make a mark on you.
For all of them, for all of them. I mean, Malang did, Trevor did in the last pre-season from more or less out of nothing. They earned their spot in the team, their place in the squad, and they did played a huge role in the league and in the season for us. And everybody has the chance now to show up, and the big part in it is that the players who are here is a nice group of players. It's a very open group of players who make it also very easy for you to feel welcome and to show your best level. It's not always like this. That's what makes the group special, and that's why for me the youngsters and players like Michi, Batshuayi, and everybody who's like now feels new in the group have a big chance, and it's on them. They are responsible for what they make out of it, and right now they give 100% is what we demand.